All right, coming up on Hot Takes, we are going to talk about the best ending to a sci-fi or fantasy TV show. So in other words, who stuck the landing and didn't leave you disappointed?
Interesting. Yeah. All right. Well, welcome to Hot Takes.
All right.
We're bringing Mustafar in the background instead of like
Mustafar is roaring nice and hot there on our backs.
Normally we do this over Zoom, so you got that creepy lava thing, which we found online. But this is kind of nice. Kind of enjoy doing this kind of side by side instead of over the
it works
Zoom.
For sure.
All right, so are you going first? Or am I going first?
Yeah, I'll go first. So as you know, people invest a lot of time watching a TV series, right? It might be anywhere from 1 to 2 seasons to 10. And by the time you get to the end, it's like, oh God, they just ruined the whole show for me. You know, I'm not gonna say any names, Lost or Game of Thrones or, you know.
Those are two dingers right there.
Blurred those 2 massive shows out that couldn't quite stick it.
That's a lot of garbage.
Okay, anyways, let's talk about the good side of things. Who like actually nailed the ending and left a very, very, like, closed it off, you know, very good, and didn't leave you like bewildered or anything like that. And
I just hope we don't pick the same thing because we have no idea what the answers are, right?
There's no way you're gonna have mine.
Okay.
All right.
Then I'm definitely glad you're going first.
So the obvious, it should be the obvious answer is.
Hey, no, you can't say the obvious because if you pick an obvious and it's mine, then I'm gonna feel like a donkey for saying it.
No, but my obvious answer is not my answer. Ready for this? So, given this channel is kind of Star Wars themed, I feel like my answer should be the Clone Wars because the Siege of Mandalore was so good, and I'm on record on other videos saying it is up there with the best Star Wars ever created. So what could beat that? You know, what could beat that? And I don't know. In this moment, this is the one I want to shout out. And so there's a show, you know, for your HBO lovers out there. I think it's probably 8 years old now, maybe. The Leftovers. And the show, I'll be honest, the show isn't for a lot of people, but it, for one, hooked me. It's very much about how people deal with grief. Like it's
The Leftovers.
Yeah, it's not it doesn't start off as a very happy show. Just to give you a quick little synopsis of what it is basically people just disappear one day. I think it's like half the world just randomly disappears. And
isn't that a Marvel thing?
It's been done a few times. There's the 4400, there's a Marvel thing. Yeah, it's basically the snap, right?
Yeah.
Literally, the first episode, Leftovers, there's a snap, and it's left with people dealing with, you know, I lost my husband and my 3 kids, I lost my wife or something like that, and trying to really struggle with getting meaning out of it and how to move on with kind of a sci-fi supernatural spin.
Okay.
So it builds up all the way to the last episode, and that last episode is the perfect ending to a TV series. It, like, again, I'm not going to go spoilerly, but it tidies up all the loose ends that need to be tidied, and it actually ends a very dark, kind of sad show on a happy note of hope. It's masterfully done. The acting is top notch for one. Justin, I don't even know how to pronounce his last name, Thero. The fact that he hasn't been in more stuff, you know, is criminal because he absolutely kills his role in this show. And as a quick Star Wars note, he actually plays the, you know, in The Last Jedi, they got to find the code breaker.
Yep.
It was never Benicio del Toro. It was supposed to be the guy with the red lapel at the
red
tail.
palm bloom.
You see him for like literally 2 seconds, and that's the main star of The Leftovers.
Not now, lovey. On the road.
So he was in Star Wars, but he didn't get any action whatsoever.
Fair.
He probably would have did a better job than Benicio del Toro did anyway. So yeah, we'll see.
They get you today, you'll get them tomorrow.
Yeah. Anyways, that's my take. I would just say if you haven't seen it, check it out. Again, it's not for everybody, but if you do get into it, you will not be disappointed.
All right.
Good.
I am. You might get this.
Yeah.
I was introduced to this show by you recently.
Mm-hmm.
Without a doubt, the best series finale that I've experienced on TV is Battlestar Galactica.
Nice.
I did not see it coming. It tied up all the amazing ends. The fact that the timeline was literally the opposite to which I thought it was going to be absolutely blew my mind. Not only was the show incredible, I obviously don't want to spoil it. I'm sure the majority of these people are going to watch it have probably seen Battlestar Galactica. Yeah. But it's the perfect ending. The fact that it's way beforehand and not way afterwards. Yeah. I loved how they wrapped up the Starbucks story. Anyway, I just thought it was brilliant. It was the best conclusion to a sci-fi show, and it's tough in a sci-fi show.
It is.
Like, how do you take something fantasy driven and find a way to have closure on it? Like,
yeah, and I was gonna bring Battlestar up actually too, and it's near my top. When it first aired, the finale, I remember it being quite divisive among fans. Like, it wasn't universally loved from what I remember. I, on the one hand, I did really enjoy it, and like, without getting to spoilers, there's only so many ways you can wrap up that story. And given from episode 1, they had a goal to find this place. Yeah. And you had to get there. It's just, I think people were a little caught off guard as when they got there. It's kind of what you said.
Yeah, well, that's fair.
And then I think for me, the only, like, Battlestar's another show that's kind of dark and dreary kind of through, right? It's people really struggling to survive, much like The Leftovers, and dealing with, we're the last of the human race.
There's
the
a population show to that,
dwindling.
right?
Caprica.
Called Caprica.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet.
It's
good.
It got canceled. I watched it. I actually really enjoyed it. It has like a 1950s, 30s kind of vibe.
All right, I'm in.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I guess the one thing I guess with Battlestar is the ending isn't really a happy ending, though. You know what I mean?
No, but it's conclusive.
It's very conclusive. Yeah.
And
it's
perfectly
it's kind of it is sad, and then they do this neat little like 1 minute ending where they kind of fast forward everything.
I love that.
And then it's that little last bait hook of and like the theme throughout Battlestar is everything that's happened before will happen again. And I thought that was the perfect way to end that show.
Could not agree more.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
hot takes.
Yeah.
Favorite conclusion. Tyler, the Rogue Leader. Get from Fabulous Flicks. Be good. I have a funny feeling that you might see another one in very similar outfits coming out shortly after this.
Hasn't ended though, but like Game of Thrones could be in play.
Well, that's fair.
Any of the Marvel ones that have ended, I guess. All the Star Wars ones.
Marvel series.
Well, I guess I just finished S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, did you? Yeah, S.H.I.E.L.D. kind of lost me when they went to that like other dimension where they're asleep and then they wake up and it's like season 4. Lost me. Although I am looking forward to Gotham finishing.
That one lost me after 4 episodes.
Really?
Yeah.
I love Gotham. It went through a weak patch, but it's good.